Have you been looking for a quick mobilization routine that you can add into your daily schedule, be it morning or evening? Then carry on watching. To begin, there's a few things to note. So first thing, disclaimer. This is just an opinion, things I'm going to show you. So there's no right or wrong, just different. Maybe you want to add your own things in or take things out, that's fine. All I'm doing is showing you some tools that I do for myself, and also I'll show my clients. And a tool like can be used in different ways. You can use a hammer to delicately put a small nail in, or you can use a hammer to break a window. So everything I show you, you can use in different ways. You can do them passively, you can do them dynamically. I'm going to do it relatively fast. You can take your time over them if you need to. Do 5 minutes, do half an hour, do an hour's routine. That's all perfectly okay. Also, during this video, just to keep it brief, I'm not going to go into too much technical detail in these. I'm just going to show you first, so play around with them, and then in subsequent videos I'll do follow-ups and I will go into further detail on each one separately, because I can really dedicate a separate video on each single one. And lastly, I need to give shout-outs. So first one is to Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, who has his own channel for all things science related called Star Talk. If you don't know who he is, go over check that out. But in one of his videos he mentioned that when we gain knowledge that can help other people, and it becomes a responsibility to share that knowledge for the wider good. So that's was a big kick for me to make this first video. So hopefully it will help some people and you will enjoy it. And second shout out is to my training buddy Tiziana, who's behind the camera and has been helping me massively with all of this. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy all of this, and we'll move on. Okay, so the way I'm going to do this is go a little bit faster than I would do normally. I have my own sequence of movements for my own reasons, so feel free to play around with them. I typically start small to get the blood moving, start the extremities and then move in, paying a special attention to the larger parts of the body, because remember the whole objective of this is to do something where we are compressed for time, so we need to squeeze in as much as possible. So I want to focus on the big stuff, the more important stuff. If you have, for particular reasons, something you need to incorporate because of injuries or particular therapy reasons, for example, then feel free to add them in. So just to begin, start off with the wrists, applying gentle pressure, especially if you're doing this in the mornings, then everything's a little bit stiff, so you need to get the blood moving inside. Flipping the wrist over, forearm stretch, other side. Super important through all of this is to make sure that your breathing is deep and slow. When we breathe like this, we tend to relax the body, and then really facilitates any stretch or mobilization that you're doing. Otherwise it's suboptimal. Moving to the upper back. Breathing in, breathe out, pull across. Change. Next, one up, one down, reaching behind. If you can't grab, that's okay, don't worry, there's progressions. So for the top you can reach up, push down. For the lower arm you can reach across the back and pull across. And you can do those individually until you're able to reach over and grab both hands together. Change sides. breathing deep, slow all the time. Moving down to the ankles. So pushing pressure to the outside, changing to the inside. And take your time when you're doing this. You can take as long as you need to, especially if you find any tight spots or any pain spots. Take it slow. Doing the other foot now. So having dealt with the extremities, then I move in, starting first with the upper body. First doing some twists. Important here is the timing of the breathing. Breathe deep into when you're at the front, in the middle, and breathe out as you rotate. Remember, because of the time constraints, I'm not doing these as static holds. It's just this one's dynamic, just to mobilize the body, get blood moving. Very good. Okay, next we've done the rotation around the spine this way. Now I'm going to work through the whole body in a 360 movement. So think of this like a clock face, and as you move through, hit each hour marker all the way around, and then reverse the other way. So I won't be able to talk through this one so much because my head's going to be in different directions, but follow through. And roll up through your spine to come up. So on this one especially, if I'm doing this for myself, I like to take my time because it's such a huge part of the body, and I will always find tight spots which I can then work on from a personal therapeutic perspective. Okay, next, I'm going to move down, move to the legs. First off, Cossack squat. Again, don't worry if you can't do these. There's I will do follow-up videos, so we can do some progressions. There's many details here. So reaching down with your free hand here, push this thing out. Relax, breathing. Change sides. Change. Change. Typically this one, for example, I would do 5 times on each side. Okay, next, adductors for this one. Rotate the feet 45 degrees. Keep your hip centrally facing forwards, and then slowly go down to one side. The key thing in all of this stuff is to create angles, changing the orientation of the feet. Go down. Change again. I like to check my positioning of my upper body by reaching out towards the extended leg. Change. breathing all the time, super important. Good. Next, you can do another hamstring stretch. The effect's a little bit different than from doing the Cossack squat. That's why I prefer to do this as well together. So I'm doing it at a 45-degree angle for the camera, so you're able to see a little bit better. We're going to do 5 contractions here. So keeping the back straight, lean forward, breathe out. No hands, come back up again. So the muscle has to work to come back up. Down again, a little bit deeper. Repeat. Again. Last time. The last one you can stay down a little bit longer. Muscle should be fully relaxed by now. Blood's going in. So you can stretch it out. Good. Changing sides. Same again. Two. 3. 4. 5. Very good. Next is going to be hip flexors. This is why I prefer doing that hamstring stretch first, because it allows me to get a little bit deeper into my lunge position for the hip flexor. So starting off, both legs straight, deep as you can, keep the upper body super straight. Important is to push actively through the heel. We're going to do 5 contractions here. So 1, 2, a little bit deeper every time. 3, 4, 5. Stay there if you need to a little bit. Perfectly fine. And step out. Other side. Often you'll find that after you've done one side, you can do the other side a little bit better as the body warms up. Hips are nice and square. Both legs pointing straight forward. 5 times. 1, 2. And last one, stay down if you need to. Time. And 5. Step up. Okay. Should be feeling pretty loose by now. So, last one. Going to work on the hips area, and then we're done. So, I prefer doing it this way because regardless of weather, regardless of conditions, even if the ground's wet outside, then I can perform this anywhere. So this is the one I integrated in. Similar to a yoga pose. Bending forwards from the hip. And just keeping your balance. And you can repeat this as many times as you want, so it gets quite difficult to stay there for a long time. So Just repeat a few times. It's easy to fall over. I probably will. Quick tip is, if you've never tried it before, the lower you're able to go, the easier it is to hold the balance as your center of gravity drops. Again, uneven ground's not helping here. Okay. Breathing deep, same as before. And relax. Give it a little bounce. Just shake everything off. Breathe deep a few times, stretching up. Just to rebalance the blood flow. Relax the body. And you're done. So, hope you like that. Let me know in the comments below. And as I mentioned previously, I'll do follow-up videos for the particular movements, as there's many details which can increase the effectiveness. There's progressions, so each one really deserves a separate video. So let me know in the comments, and depending on which ones you guys would like to see, then that'll be the next one from here. So thanks, hope that helps everyone. We'll see you next time.